Yes, they give up. There's too much value for them. Let's go. That was a hard one. Hey there, neighbor, and welcome to another MTG Arena historic video. Today, we will be playing with one of my favorite decks of all time, and it's kind of a prison deck where you lock the opponent out of the game. The way that we achieve that is with Blood on the Snow, where we can either destroy all creatures or destroy all planeswalkers, and then we can return a creature or planeswalker from the graveyard back to the battlefield with a mana value of X, where X is however many snow mana we use to cast it. And the planeswalker that we want to try and bring back each time will be Tamiyo, Collector of Tales. As you can see, her -3 ability says return target card from the graveyard to your hand. So we can use Blood on the Snow to remove all creatures from the board, return Tamiyo to the battlefield, and then immediately use her -3 ability to bring Blood on the Snow back into our hands. So that is a way that you can keep all creatures off the board. You can also destroy all planeswalkers this way as well. These are the two key cards in the deck, and I threw in a few other board wipes such as Ritual of Suit. We have Binding the Old Gods to help destroy a non-land permanent. A few other creatures, so Gloomshrieker can actually, when it enters the battlefield, bring a target permanent from our graveyard back to our hand. And then I've included a few planeswalkers. The main ones are Valki, God of Lies. Normally we want to play him as the planeswalker side, so Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter, such a good planeswalker. And then another really underrated planeswalker, I almost never see her in the historic format, and that is Ashiok, Nightmare Muse, where for her +1 ability, we get to create a 2/3 black nightmare creature, black and blue nightmare creature. -3, we can return a non-land permanent to their owner's hand, and then they have to exile a card. And then her -7 ability says we get to cast up to 3 spells from cards that are in the opponent's exile zone without paying their mana cost. And then I threw in Nicobolus, the Dragon God, as a one of, and this very recent Kiora, the Crashing Wave, as another one of from the Pioneer set that just came out. If we could get to her -5 ultimate ability, create a 9/9 Kraken every token every turn, that would be amazing. Yeah, we also include Casualties of War, can destroy single target artifact, creature, enchantment, land, which is nice, or planeswalker as well. Main colors of the deck are black, green, and blue. Mainly play black and green. We have a few snow-covered islands as well. A few triomes. This one, Ketria's Triome, does have red. That is to help cast Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter. And we also have the World Tree, where we can have lands add mana for any color once we have 6 or more lands. So this is a really, really fun deck. I've tweaked it a bit over the years. I believe I didn't used to have Ritual of Suit in there, but yeah, so many people play kind of cheap creatures for the beatdown strategy that you need some early board wipe, so I went with that one. But yeah, let's jump into some games and see how the deck does. Alright, so first game, opponent gets to go first. We have a really, really bad hand, so this is a mulligan. This hand looks much better. I think we'll go ahead and get rid of Casualties of War. 6 mana, pretty far off from casting that. But yeah, it looks like turn 1 we can go with our Triome. Playing against elves, they might be a bit too quick for us. But let's see. So yeah, turn 2 we'll play our Prosperous Innkeeper. Turn 3 probably play Cultivate and just hope that we draw some removal. Yeah, we drew Ritual of Suit, so that is great. So go ahead and play Prosperous Innkeeper. I also really like this Prosperous Innkeeper because he does generate a treasure token for us, so I think this turn already, we might go ahead and play Ritual of Suit. Or do we think we could stay alive for another turn? I'm going to actually risk it. That way we get to save our treasure token as well. So let's go ahead and get black. And this one does produce blue. So we'll just get black and green. Put one of them on the battlefield. And then next turn can play our snow-covered forest, followed by Ritual of Suit. We can use Prosperous Innkeeper to block. And let's just hope they play out a bunch of creatures right now. So yeah, this is just your standard elf deck. As I was saying in the deck intro, I think I used to have the Cosmos Elixir instead of Ritual of Suit, but yeah, there's just too many, you know, sort of quick creature aggro decks. He does play Collected Company, which is so nice. So yeah, we're going to wipe his whole board with this. Gets rid of 3 mana and less, and that is what they play. So this will be a complete board wipe, and they'll be left with just 1 card in hand, 4 mana. We're up to 5 mana, 6 with our treasure token that we won't use for now. Could play Valki, God of Lies, see what's in their hand, but we won't do that. We'll go ahead and destroy that one. Can't play Nicol Bolas, play the World Tree. I guess now we could, because we have 6 lands. Yeah, let's go ahead and play Nicol Bolas. And then they've had enough. Let's go. Game 1 in the bag. All right, we get to go first. We do have 3 lands. Yeah, Casualties of War is pretty expensive. I don't know how I feel about this one. We'll keep it. 3 lands. It's hard to turn that down. Does depend what the opponent is playing as well. If they're playing a sort of quick creature deck, we might not win. If they're a bit slower, then I feel pretty good because we do have Tamiyo. Oh, I guarantee you they're playing the Minion of the Mighty deck. When they mulligan that hard, that aggressively, that fast, it is the Minion of the Mighty. Which I absolutely hate this deck. Hopefully they don't have a dragon or a pump spell. I mean, if we can get up to turn 4 with our binding, hopefully they don't have a protection spell. Hopefully they haven't drawn a dragon either. Yes. Another win. Yeah, so this deck normally can't compete with that. For those of you that don't know, they play a pump spell to get this creature up to total power 6. And then they attack, and then they can put a dragon tapped and attacking on the battlefield. So yeah, this deck can usually end you on turn 2. I think it's really lame. I don't think it should be in the historic format, but hey, we'll take that win. All right, opponent gets to go first. Yeah, we have Gaea's Blessing. It's not a card you want in your hand. We do have Cultivate, though, so if we can get up to 3 mana, can ramp pretty good with that one. I'll go ahead and risk it. Opponent does get to go first. We do draw a land, which is nice. So we'll go tap land, snow-covered island into our Cultivate. Oh, they're playing land destruction. I don't think we can beat them. We do play a lot of basics, so that's fine. Let's see. This is... We need black. We'll go ahead and take black then. For right now. I guess play this one tapped. Hopefully they don't have Stone Rain. Utopia Sprawl, pretty nice for them. If it's Cleansing Wildfire, which it is, that's great. We'll go ahead and get a green. And now we will go ahead and play Cultivate. We have blue. Let's go ahead and get a... We'll get those. Next turn we could play Kiora. And then if they don't have a lot of creatures, maybe we'll get to her -5 ultimate. That would be awesome. Yeah, see, so that's why we grab blue, because we do need blue. They get to scry too. Yes. 2 loyalty.
Bet you've never been hugged by a kraken.
Sure, that one can't do any damage to us. Next turn we could play Prosperous Innkeeper. Get a treasure token from that as well, which is nice. We could actually go Tamiyo, do her -3 to get back Cultivate. Chandra, great planeswalker. So this is a land destruction deck. I love land destruction. Oh, we're actually going to go Binding of the Old Gods. We'll take out their Chandra. And then this one won't be able to do any damage to us. I don't really know how that says, just to each opponent. One more turn, we get the -5. Let's hope. Let's hope they don't have Star of Extinction 2/4. They're at 5 mana. Could be risky. Yes. Kiora turns them off as well. That is awesome. Destroy target land, so they're going to produce a bunch of trolls. Black is fine. I don't really need that one. So we get to search for... we'll play that one. Let's go ahead and play Tamiyo. And then let's just go ahead and get back our Cultivate. So next turn we can get some lands. And then we are at 5 loyalty with Kiora. So we're definitely going to go for her ultimate. That one does come tapped. 2, 4, 6. If they play an untapped land and have Star of Extinction, I will be so sad. They don't have that, so that is great. So yeah, we will go ahead and play this one. We'll go ahead and play a Cultivate. Let's get black and green. We'll play the black one. And then we can play Prosperous Innkeeper. And now with Kiora, we can create a 9/9 Kraken every single turn. With Tamiyo, let's just go ahead and choose... What do we want? We have Casualties of War. Oh, they've seen enough. Oh, that's too bad. I was really, really hoping we could see a Kraken come back every turn. That one, they were going to create some trolls. 2, 4, 5. I think they were going to create... Yeah, this one you get to create trolls equal to the difference in lands, I think. If they have fewer lands than you, create that many number of trolls. Yeah, so we have 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. So yeah, if they played a land, they would have just gotten 1 4/4 troll, and every single turn we were getting a 9/9 Kraken. So yeah, that was a sweet game. All right, so opponent gets to go first. It's not the best hand, but I'll keep it. Prosperous Innkeeper can generate a token, a treasure token. Looks like we might be playing against Grist. Voracious Larva turns into Grist the Plague Swarm. Super awesome planeswalker. So they're going for some graveyard shenanigans. Some pretty cool sleeves as well. Damn, those are awesome. Say its name. So yeah, they're definitely going with some graveyard stuff. It's pretty cool. Go ahead and play our Prosperous Innkeeper. We'll have 4 mana next turn. Not really much to do with it. Yeah, there's going to be no blocks from us. They're going to... They need to bring a creature back from the graveyard. And then they can transform it. So, it doesn't look like they're doing that yet. Drew another land. It's unfortunate, but we'll go with a Prosperous Innkeeper. Generate a treasure token. And then next turn, actually, we will go ahead and play our Ashiok. Ooh, Tyvar, great for this type of deck. Then return mana value 2 or less. Yeah, so they're going to be able to flip Grist. That one just destroys an enchantment. We don't really have any enchantments, so... And now create a black insect creature. I think we'll still go with Ashiok. Oh, he's playing with Famulus? No way. I love that card. Alright, so we'll go ahead and return Grist. They don't need that card. And then they have to exile a card from their hand. We'll keep him back to block. We can keep our Ashiok alive, which is nice, unless they remove our Prosperous Innkeeper. I really like these sleeves. I've never seen them before. Also, like I said, Famulus, I've tried to deck with him as well. He's not the best, but he's a lot of fun. So, major props to this opponent for playing with that card. Also with the Roaming Throne, no way. No joke, I have that Famulus Roaming Throne deck as well. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take out their Death-Touching Insect. We're going to have 6 mana.
Ready for round 2.
I think we'll go ahead and play the World Tree, and then let's go ahead and double play Ashiok, actually. It might seem like a little bit of a weird play, but let's go ahead and create another Nightmare token. So now when they start attacking, if we use these guys to block, we can start exiling their graveyard. And then next turn, 2, 4, 5, never mind. We need 7 mana. So yeah, next turn we might not have any play, which will be a bit unfortunate, but yeah, let's see what we can work with. They do play Famulus, so every time they attack with an insect, I think we're drained for 1 life.
Your story's not finished yet.
No creature to return. That is quite nice, actually. Say its name. So yeah, they just have 1 mana. They do have another Grist.
Eat more meat.
Mill, mill, mill. They're already down to 27 cards, 21 in their library. Ooh, they get to return Tyvar. That's a nice combo. Let's go ahead and block. So we'll actually exile 2 cards from them. Just another land. I think we'll just go ahead and cycle this one. That's a pretty nice draw. I guess we could play 1 Valki out. See if we can take anything from them. Take this one for sure. So yeah, they're going to flip Grist again. They're going to attack us with Famulus. I think we'll still go ahead and create a Nightmare token and then not do anything. Next turn we can Ritual of Suit, even though we won't destroy the Overlord, but won't destroy Famulus either. Okay, so Ritual of Suit, not the best here. So we are on the back foot a little bit. They're going to flip Grist again. I wonder if we could mill them out. Because they do quite a bit of that themselves as well. Let's try Artifact or Enchantment. Say its name. They are doing a lot of milling. They have a really cool deck. It's pretty nice to see something so, yeah, refreshing, other than the standard, yeah, mono white life gain. Roaming Throne is a great card to get back. Will double all their triggers if he names Insect, I'm pretty sure. Insect, Insect, Insect. I think we might go ahead and take out the Overlord. So yeah, we're gonna get drained a little bit. I guess they're gonna play Tyvar. They do have 3 mana. One is 4 mana. What does this one do? Conjure a duplicate. Cancel. So pass. We will triple block. They're gonna exile 2 more cards. So they're down to 13 cards in their deck.
I love your desperation.
Ooh, I don't get why. I guess he doesn't want to mill himself anymore, so. Just another Triome. That is really too bad. Let's go ahead and cycle it. Cultivate. Might as well play it. Doesn't matter what we get because the World Tree. Yeah, let's just create another blocker, actually, and then let's actually start attacking. Mill them some more. So they're only down to 10 cards left. I mean, I guess with Fumulus, they could maybe start to burn us out, but if they play the Roaming Throne, that might actually be their smartest play. Looks... Yeah, Tyvar, he really doesn't want to play that one out, so... Even though I guess he could flip Grist, but... Mill 3 cards. He does have to attack with all his insects to get those triggers stacking, so... Search your graveyard. I think that's 7 mana. I really hope we can find a Blood on the Snow, otherwise I think we lost. Which is too bad. Got kinda close. Oh, he is milling himself 8. I can block, so that'll be another 2. And we did draw Blood on the Snow. Alright, this is an awesome combo. Check this out. So, we will just attack them. They're going to have to mill, or not mill, exile 4 more cards. So they're only down to 4 cards in their library. And then with... We have an Ashiok in the graveyard, so we can actually return Grist to their hand. They have to exile a card. It'll probably be Tyvar, sorry. They get rid of Grist. That's kind of crazy. And now with Blood on the Snow, let's go ahead and destroy all creatures. And then let's bring back Ashiok. Yeah, their life total doesn't matter at all. We'll create one of those. Is that a creature? Yeah, and then let's go ahead and take it with Valki. Could have also played him as his Planeswalker side, but now with Tyvar, he literally can't do anything because if he mills himself, he is out of cards. So I think we won. Yeah, so that's the power of the Blood on the Snow with some Planeswalkers in your graveyard. So yeah, another awesome victory right there. This guy was playing a really cool deck. These card sleeves are amazing. If you guys know where this guy got these card sleeves, let me know.
It's not a victory without you.
Yeah, mill 3 cards. He's gonna bring a Grist. I guess he gets to flip it right away because it came back from the graveyard. So that's a pretty cool combo. But yeah, milled himself out, and yeah, Ashiok with our nightmare creatures able to mill them out as well. So go ahead and play Prosperous Innkeeper. And then let's just go ahead and get rid of their Grist. They have to exile it as well. And then we pass it back to them, and they have no cards in the graveyard. So we actually milled them out. So another really, really cool victory. So yeah, on to the next one. All right, we get to go first. We do have 4 lands and Tamiyo, so we'll keep it. Play our Triome. I guess we can play out a snow-covered island or swamp, get our Prosperous Innkeeper on the board, and turn 3 play this tap land then. We did draw Binding. Yeah, I don't think we'll need to play that right away, so we'll go with the play that I said. So turn 3, tap land. Thoughtseize, that is, you hate to see that. I wonder what it'll take though. Tamiyo maybe be the best thing to take. I don't know if they have a permanent that they'd like to keep. Seems like they do. So, yeah, we'll just get in for 1 damage. Plays. This guy's just going after our hand. Really fun strategy. Choose a non-land. Guess you go after casualties of war. And then they get to surveil. Ooh, we did draw a Tamiyo. That is awesome. So we'll go ahead and play Tamiyo, and then let's just go ahead and name Ashiok. So, didn't reveal an Ashiok, but that's fine. So yeah, how Tamiyo's +1 ability works. Let me actually move myself for you guys. Is her +1 ability, we choose a card in our library, we name it, and then we reveal 4 cards from the top. If we hit the name of that card, we get to put it in our hand, and the rest go into the graveyard. So it's actually not the worst strategy, because with her -3, we can pull something back from the graveyard. We'll just try it again, though. Go ahead and name Ashiok. Wow, another time we didn't hit it. We could get Kiora back next turn. Already saw in one game we were able to get to her ultimate ability, even though the opponent scooped before we could see it really do anything. But yeah, go ahead and end turn. They're playing Wandering Emperor. They probably have a counter spell. We could try and Binding next turn.
Then let your blade do the talking.
See what our opponent wants to do. Probably hold on to a counter spell. Any day now. But yeah, this is one of my favorite decks to play. So much fun. Quite a few different win cons. A lot of things that you have to navigate. So they're gonna just create another samurai.
To me.
And they play their own Ashiok. That is crazy. I almost never. Oh, I guess they took it, right?
Beautiful nightmares with me. The
What?
Do not harm my scrolls.
Yeah, I think we definitely have to destroy Ashiok. And then let's just go ahead and name Blood on the Snow. We did draw one, which is nice. Keep our guy back to block. That is so funny. I've almost never ever seen someone play this card. And I've played quite a bit of Historic, so yeah, funny how that works. This opponent's thinking what they want to do, put a +1.
I have got new moves.
That is fine. Take 4 down to 2. They exiled Tamiyo. Could go to -1. Doesn't really matter. Let's just block this one.
Stop interrupting me.
Did draw another Blood on the Snow. Doesn't really matter what we grab. Pretty sure the opponent has a counter spell. Do we have any planeswalkers down there? We do have Kiora, which is nice. We also have a Tamiyo, so let's just go ahead and do a +1. And
Let
let's
me
name
aid your
Casualties of War. We did draw Casualties of War. And yeah, that's why Gaia's Blessing is in there, just so we don't mill ourselves out. I think I want to try Casualties of War. We can destroy a creature. Why enchantment? Oh, it's our Binding of the Old God, so land and planeswalker. They probably have a counter spell. Get rid of that one. Ooh, maybe they don't have a counter. It doesn't look like they have a counter spell, so that's actually really nice. So we got rid of their planeswalker.
Try not to miss me.
1 mana. I guess I can maybe draw a card or scry with opt. Cling to Dust. That's fine. That might be a Doomscar. Also, not the biggest deal.
All stories
So
must
Tamiyo's
end.
out. I don't know if they're playing any counter spells. Valki, actually a great card. I honestly might want to play him. Let's go ahead and play him out. I hope they don't have a counter spell. Which they do. It's so lame. Alright, well next turn we can at least destroy these creatures. Hopefully they don't play too many counter spells. Is that an instant? It is, so I guess we won't get our planeswalker back, but that's fine. So yeah, we'll go with Blood on the Snow, destroy all creatures. They have Censor. Yeah, so we got rid of the creatures, and yeah, we get to bring Tamiyo back.
Test a new hypothesis with you.
So let's go ahead and yeah, just bring back Blood on the Snow. They might use their Cling to Dust. I hope they do, because we have another one in hand. So yeah, so now that's out of their hand, which honestly is good. 42 cards left. So Kiora went back into our...
I have become too involved
That's
with my work.
fine. They foretell another card. We drew a Valki. Let's go. So now we can start exiling the top of each player's library, and then we can play those cards.
So many painful
So that one enters tapped. Let's just go ahead and draw a card. We'll put these two back in our library. I guess we could have kept Tamiyo there for Blood on the Snow, but that's fine. They're gonna have to answer this one pretty soon. There's 3 cards in hand. A few counter spells we've seen. That's fine. Discards a card and then Surveil. Yeah, so Blood on the Snow is a really good one for them to take. We only have 2 left in our deck. Draw a land, which sucks. What does this land do? Ooh, it does become a creature. Maybe... Well, let's see what we exile first. But a creature land is nice to have a Farewell. We drew our own Ashiok, so let's go with that.
I'm not.
And then...
Listen to my whispers.
Yes, they give up. There's too much value for them. Let's go. That was a hard one. I thought they might have had us. Yeah, those 2 were Doomscar. I guess they had another Cling to Dust. So, yeah, another good game. That was a pretty difficult one, but we got there in the end. All right, we have another game here. I guess this is a keepable hand. It's maybe not the best. We are playing against Magic King. Go ahead and play our Triome. I guess maybe another Triome then. guy's going with some indestructible lands. I guess we'll go World Tree. Into Prosperous Innkeeper, into Triome. Binding of the Old Gods is a nice card. I wonder if they play in artifacts. Maybe a colorless artifact deck. Karn. We'll go ahead and destroy him.
It warms my
Could do
heart
+1.
to
Yeah,
see
I don't
lives
really care about that.
and innovation
Because
is
your
our
Karn
advantage.
is gone. Don't worry though, he didn't need him.
Failure haunts me still.
And we'll go ahead and punch them for 1. I guess next turn we'll go ahead and get down Ashiok. Another Karn, of course they have it.
I am Karn.
Liquid metal coating,
If we
yeah.
must fight,
We're gonna just start destroying our lands. I don't really care too much about that. Let's go ahead and get that one. Play a forest. Play Ashiok. We're just gonna start applying some pressure to them.
You are only hurting yourself.
Gonna destroy a land, so unfortunately we're going down to 5. He's playing a lot of cards, 122 plus all the ones he had already, like 130, 150 cards. Quick math. This guy's reading all our cards.
My inspiration.
Alright, well, it's not the worst.
Mine.
Karn is gone. We can actually play, oh my gosh, there's no way he has that. We do have some, removal though, so look at this. We can go with Valki. Next turn he'll have to play the Immortal Sun, but, we have some, recursion. Yeah, look, we even drew Binding. So, we'll be able to get rid of the Immortal Sun, 2/4. He only has 5 mana anyway. We did draw Gideon, so if we can ever get back our Ashiok, then we'll be able to play it. Ooh, missed a land drop. You love to see that. Let's just go ahead and exile top card of each library. We drew a Tamiyo. I think I want to play Tamiyo. Then 4 mana. I guess we could name Kiora.
Dueling you will be excellent research.
Could name Kiora.
To the library.
The Crashing Wave. Didn't draw one, but that's fine. We can go ahead and play our Gloomshrieker. So when he enters the battlefield, we actually get to return a permanent from our graveyard to our hand. So let's get back Binding the Old Gods. Draw a land, or draw a land. Gain a life whenever a creature enters. Go ahead and attack them again. Exile the top 2 of their library. So we're applying some pretty good pressure. This guy's thinking about what he wants to do. Okay. Got rid of some more stuff. This guy is playing a lot of removal. Can't remove any of our planeswalkers. I hope he draws a land, plays the Immortal Sun. Liquid metal coating. Don't really care. I guess he can destroy lands if he turns them into artifacts. Or I guess destroy artifacts that way. That's pretty nice.
Oh, it's not fair.
Haha. Got another Valki. That's pretty funny. We'll go ahead and get rid of that one. Pass. Yeah, I don't really care if you go after
No one
Tamiyo.
asked for your input.
Ooh, this is great. So let's go ahead and destroy a artifact, creature, and a land. So artifact, creature, and land. So goodbye to your liquid metal coating. Goodbye to that one, and goodbye to your Otawara. Those 3 are gone. You can play the snow-covered plains from his deck, as funny as that is. Tamiyo. Let's just go ahead and name Ashiok again.
You will find my notes.
We did draw one, which is nice. We also have a Nicol Bolas in the graveyard. Let's go ahead and get him back. Yeah, we want our Nicol Bolas back. And then just go ahead and attack them. So yeah, he's only down to 4 lands, so he can't even play his Immortal Sun. He could play Gideon, but it's not going to do anything for him. None of his creatures have flash, so let's go ahead and play Nicol Bolas. Does that one have... No, that doesn't have flash. Reconfigure. So let's just go ahead and draw a card, and they have to exile a card from their hand or get rid of a permanent. I doubt that they're going to do that, so
Let
we'll get rid of that one. Let's go ahead and play Ashiok. And then let's do her +1 ability. And then I guess with Tamiyo, we can get back a Casualties of War. Next turn, we can destroy
No tail should be discarded.
anything that they might want to play. And they also have these creatures to deal with, so I think that's a good game. Down to 3 life. Gonna create a Power Stone. Yeah, I think he's gonna play the Immortal Sun, but I mean he has to remove the creatures, so I don't really see what Magic King can do here. Tapped land. We see everything in his hand, so that is GG. If he plays the Immortal Sun, we can get rid of it with either Casualties of War or Binding. Plays Ashiok, we can again get rid of a lot of things here. So I don't know why he would return that one. We'll get rid of this snow-covered island, and yeah, he gives up. So again, with Casualties of War, could have gotten rid of another land, this artifact, and got our Ashiok back. So yeah, that was utter domination there. All right, another game here. I do really want to show you guys the combo with Blood on the Snow and Tamiyo. I think we maybe saw it once, but kind of a risky hand. I guess we'll keep it. Hope we can draw 3 mana for our Cultivate, and then we could go Kiora. She is a 1-of in the deck. So, opponent is going for some probably mono black discard. And get rid of our Cultivate. Luckily we do draw a land. This is going to be that Bandit's Talent. Make us discard another card. Nope. It's a creature. Followed by another Duress. Probably takes Kiora. It takes Ashiok. That's kind of crazy. Ooh, we did draw Tamiyo. Yeah, now the only problem is, of course, getting up to 6 mana. Quite a ways away from that. Discard the card at random. Ooh, we did draw Prosperous Innkeeper, though, so... Drew another cat. We'll go ahead and say no blocks for right now. Yeah, I don't know what we can do with Kiora. Gloomshrieker's not helping us. Let's go with Tamiyo. And then let's go ahead and get back Cultivate.
And wanes.
We will hold our creature back. So they can take our Tamiyo out, but hopefully with Cultivate can ramp up. And then hopefully with Blood on the Snow we can clear the board and bring Tamiyo back and then bring that one back. That's fine. I will not block any of those creatures. You can have my Tamiyo.
I question this outcome.
Then we drew a land, which is great, and then we can go with Cultivate. which is also great. So we'll be up to 6 mana, so we can Blood on the Snow. So let's go ahead and get a black and I guess a green. So black. We do need 2 black. Yeah, we do have that. No attacks. So they need to get rid of both of these Blood on the Snows. Doesn't look like they can do it, which is great. 1 card in hand. Might be a land, so then they get the Blood Ghast back. We will definitely go ahead and get rid of that creature. I guess we could have blocked that one, saved some life total. We're still only down to 11, so that's fine. Yeah, so here is the combo. We will go with Blood on the Snow, destroy all creatures. And then unfortunately we will have to discard 2 random cards. I hope it's not Blood on the Snow, but we'll be getting a Blood on the Snow back anyway with our Tamiyo that's coming back from the graveyard, so. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get Tamiyo. Do have to discard 2 random cards.
It is an honor to meet you.
Oh, I forgot. Spells. Oh wait, sorry, let me move myself before I forget. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. So we actually don't have to discard, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and return Blood on the Snow in case they have a random discard, which apparently they can't even make us discard. So I think we're in the clear. So now we can play Kiora. They just have 1 card in hand. Don't know what it is. Kiora, we're just gonna work up towards her ultimate. So that one, if damage would be dealt, we get to negate all that damage. And then let's go ahead and play Gloomshrieker as a creature. And we can go ahead and return, I guess, Ashiok. Probably better than our Prosperous Innkeeper. He does have Infernal Grasp. That is fine. And then with Tamiyo, let's just go ahead and name Valki, God of Lies. Fortunately didn't draw him, but that is fine. We won't be taking any damage from this creature. Yeah, he makes us discard, but Tamiyo won't let us do that. We did draw Nicol Bolas. Alright, I really want to get Kiora's ultimate. You guys probably already saw it in the first, I think our first game today. I don't think this guy's too happy, so
My pets love the vigor of battle.
I'm just going to name Cultivate because I really want to get the ultimate for you guys. So I'm just going to keep the cards in our hand. He can't make us discard them, which is another really nice bonus. Ooh, and he does have Phyrexian Arena, so that is great. So we will go ahead and say that this one can't do any damage to us, and I'm just going to pass the turn. I don't really care about activating Tamiyo. I know this is a little bit of BM right now, but this will be awesome. How many times have you guys... I need to move myself again, sorry. Oh, not that one. How many times have you seen Kiora's ultimate ability where every turn we get a 9/9 Kraken? So I'm just going to pass the turn. And here we go. Kraken on the board. And it's every turn at the beginning of my end step, every turn create a 9/9 Kraken token. So yeah. This is pretty awesome. Of course, we'll go ahead and destroy that one. So yeah, let's just go ahead and play Ashiok. create a creature for ourselves, and then with Tamiyo, we can actually just go ahead and return Kiora. Next turn, we can play her so that they can't do any damage with one of their creatures with her +1 ability. So we have 3 creatures to block. Maybe they have a kill spell, probably, since they're drawing it. But yeah, we do have 2 blood on the snow, so we can clear their creatures out. Yeah, there's one. He has taken 3 damage for that. I guess those come back from the graveyard, so it doesn't really make sense. So, could also work up to Ashiok's ultimate. That would be pretty awesome. Let's just go with Binding the Old Gods. We'll get rid of this one. Let's create another creature to block with. And I guess we can name Valki, God of Lies. We drew him, so next turn we could play him. Go ahead and play Kiora. Let's just do a +1 on this one. I wonder if we could target the graveyard. I don't think so. All damage. I target permanent.
You can't halt the time.
Let's just attack with this one. Ooh, exile 4 lands. That really sucks. But because with Ashiok's ultimate, you can cast up to 3 spells from exile without paying their mana cost. So, but yeah, every turn creating a 9/9 Kraken. That's so awesome. I'm really glad I was able to pull this off for you guys. And we saw a little bit of the combo with Blood on the Snow. So yeah, this Tamiyo actually completely shuts off this Liliana. Look, each player discards a card. You can't make us discard. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't make us discard. So we'll go ahead and block with that one and this one. Yeah. Wow, that was looking kind of rocky in the beginning with all the discard they had, but yeah, I forgot Tamiyo's sort of just passive ability. He can't make me discard and he can't make me sacrifice, so that actually came in pretty clutch. You guys saw the combo with Blood on the Snow, bringing back Tamiyo, who then can instantly bring back Blood on the Snow from the graveyard. So that's kind of how you lock the opponents out. And then, yeah, they weren't applying too much pressure to us. So with Kiora, we were able to get her emblem where every turn we were creating a 9/9 Kraken token. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hey there, neighbor. We're back for the post-game wrap, and as you guys saw from a lot of the games we played, this deck is a ton of fun. And honestly, it probably is one of my favorite decks that I've ever made on Arena. It's so much fun to play with it, and there are so many different ways that you can win with the deck. As we saw, the key strategy and the key synergy is to try and keep the board clean, eventually wipe out all your opponent's creatures with Blood on the Snow, and then we can return a permanent card from the graveyard to the battlefield equal to the amount of snow mana we spent to cast it. So we do play a lot of snow lands in this deck. And then, of course, the card that you want to bring back from the graveyard would be Tamiyo, Collector of Tales, because she will come in with 5 loyalty after you wipe out all creatures, or all planeswalkers if you need to. But yeah, Tamiyo will come back with 5 loyalty, and then you can use her -3 ability to return a card from the graveyard to your hand. So you can return Blood on the Snow back from the graveyard to your hand. This is such a great lockout strategy, especially for opponents that are playing a very creature-heavy deck. But then on top of that, we do have a few other planeswalkers that all play pretty vital roles. The 2 main ones that have always been in this deck are Valki, God of Lies, and you can play him out as the creature side. I usually try and wait until I have 7 mana to play out the planeswalker side, Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter. He is such a great planeswalker. I believe we saw in one of the games how well he can perform. And then the other one is Ashiok, Nightmare Muse. This, I really think, is a very underrated planeswalker in the historic format. All 3 modes, +1, -3, or the ultimate, -7, are so versatile. The +1 is normally what you'll be going with, creating these 2/3 black, white, blue, black nightmare creature tokens with whenever this creature blocks or attacks, you get to exile the top 2 cards of your opponent's library. And then if you can work your way up to Ashiok's -7 ability, you can cast up to 3 spells from cards in the opponent's exile without paying their mana cost. I know we didn't see that in any of the games today, but I have done the -7 ultimate quite a few times, other times that I've played this deck. So yeah, Valki, God of Lies, and Ashiok, Nightmare Muse were the original planeswalkers in here, and then over time, I've thrown in 2 new planeswalkers, one of them being a pretty old one in Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. I'm sure a lot of you know him. Such an amazing planeswalker, pretty versatile. If you have a lot of other planeswalkers on the board as well, you can copy their abilities with Nicol Bolas. And then Kiora, the Crashing Wave from this Pioneer set that was just released on Arena maybe about a month or 2 ago now. But yeah, I saw this planeswalker and I was like, I have to try and slot her into this deck. I think we saw in one of the games that we were actually able to work up to her -5 ultimate ability, where every turn we get to create a 9/9 blue Kraken token, which is, will just instantly, or not instantly win the game, but it's pretty hard for the opponent to deal with that every single turn. So that's a lot of fun. And yeah, her +1 ability, it says prevent all damage that would be dealt by a target permanent for that turn. So that actually came in pretty handy in a few of the games. So yeah, really fun planeswalker there. But again, these 2, you can cut them if you want. You can throw in any other planeswalkers that you might have fun with or that you really like. Of course, it does kind of have to fit into the color scheme. Typically, green-blue is what we go with, and green-black as well. Those are the most basic lands we have there. Snow-covered forest being 7 of, and snow-covered swamp being 5 of, just because a lot of our other cards have black requirements. So Blood on the Snow, 2 black pips, Casualty of War, 2 black pips, and Ritual of Suit, also 2 black pips. So yeah, green-blue, green-black is what it's mainly focused on. We do have this Ketria Triome to add the red mana, either to help cast Tibalt, Cosmic Imposter, or Nicol Bolas, the Dragon God. Of course, if we don't find that Triome, we do also have the World Tree. When we get up to 6 mana, all our lands can tap for any color. So that is a way that we can cast these black-red and blue-black-red planeswalkers. It's not too difficult to achieve that. So yeah, like I said, if you have any other planeswalkers that you think would be really fun in this deck, go ahead and try that out. And then the rest of the deck, few creatures. So we have the Prosperous Innkeeper, helps generate a treasure token, which does come in handy quite often. Also a nice passive ability of whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. So with Prosperous Innkeeper and Ashiok, Nightmare Muse, every turn creating a 2/3 black nightmare token, you can gain some life that way. We have a bit of mana ramp with Cultivate, very important card, really helps us ramp up to our more expensive cards. This Gloomshrieker, I really just added him because he says when he enters the battlefield, return a target permanent card from the graveyard to your hand. So that is usually a really nice way to get back Binding the Old Gods or one of the planeswalkers that might be in the graveyard. Ritual of Suit, this one wasn't originally in the deck, but after playing it for a while, I decided to include it just because you do need a kind of early game board wipe. And if you guys play a lot of Historic, you'll know that elves, goblins, and that mono-white life gain deck or mono-white angel deck, those are fairly common. All those decks don't play any creatures above 4 mana or 3 mana really, so this is a really good removal card to help you stabilize early. Casualties of War, another great card that I really, really like. Very versatile as well. Can help you destroy a single target artifact, creature, enchantment, land, and planeswalker. I think we saw in a few games that we did use Casualty of War as well. So yeah, that's kind of the entire deck. And then Tamiyo, I forget about her passive ability quite often. It does come up every once in a while where, as you guys can see, it says spells and abilities of your opponents. They can't make you discard cards or sacrifice any permanents that you control. So that does come into play every once in a while, which is funny when it does happen. I always forget about it, and when it triggers, I'm like, oh yeah, that is a pretty nice passive ability as well, especially against those mono black discard decks. Can really help you stabilize against them. But yeah, with Tamiyo, really cool planeswalker. +1, you get to, search, or no, you don't get to search. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library, and then put any card you named into your hand. The rest go into your graveyard. And so you might think, well, if you never hit the cards that you want, or if you use her +1 ability quite a bit, you might mill yourself out. But then that's finally where we have Gaea's Blessing. Whenever this card enters the graveyard from your library, you actually get to shuffle your entire graveyard back into your library. So this is actually also another really, really good card that hard counters those mill decks. So if you really don't like losing to mill, this is a great card to include. Unless, of course, they're playing the blue-black mill deck where they exile your graveyard. That doesn't save you from that, unfortunately. But Gaea's Blessing, also a sort of key card to tie it all together. So, yeah, that was the Nightmare's Blessing, as I call this deck. And honestly, it is one of my favorite decks of all time. I do highly recommend that you guys go out and try this deck as well. I do know that it is quite expensive, especially with a lot of these planeswalkers. Valki is a 4 of. Ashiok used to be a 4 of, but I took one out to include one Kiora, Nicol Bolas. All those are mythic cards. I know it's quite expensive. And then, yeah, Casualties of War and Blood on the Snow, along with some of these triomes, is pretty rare intensive as well. But trust me, this is such a fun deck. There are quite a few different ways that you can actually win with this deck, and I find it so satisfying to try and think about how we'll win the games coming up. And it's kind of different each time. That's what I like about it. So yeah, I highly recommend giving this deck a try if you guys have the wild cards to craft it. So yeah, if you liked the video, you liked any of the games you saw, please drop a comment down below which game you thought was the most entertaining to watch. You can let me know in the comments what decks you would like me to try out. I'd be happy to take any suggestions, and in the future, I'll have a few other fun decks coming out as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. I love you all. Peace out. Bonus game.
Past, present, and I have just the trick for this.
I hope you don't mind if I take my
thoughtfulness before
octopus for a
action.
walk. Time to ebb from battle.
I have reached my limit. Mind and body should move in unison. Keep an open mind. My mind needs a rest.
After 1,000 years, ideas like seconds are fleeting.
All will bow before Nicol Bolas. Witness a mote of my power.
Too fast. Don't worry, I'll think of something.
I have cosmic aspirations, dear planeswalker.
All the cosmos are mine to control.
Share in my pain.
Ideas like seconds are fleeting. This used to be easier.
Through this land, we are all connected. Harness the elements.
Mere scratches. Defiance has consequence.
The land will not forsake you.
Let's play a little game.
There is little as terror lurks among us. I know all there is to
ask about any lunar anomalies you have experienced. I think you will find my notes helpful.
Without wisdom is the path of the fool.
This study is over.
Painful silence.
So you've seen through my disguise. Let's play a little game.
Strive for balance in all. Do not ignore my draconic talents. My research has concluded.
Share in my pain.
The moon looks intriguing tonight. Seek and find. You're making it difficult to work. Let me aid your research. I question this outcome. Like the phases of the moon, life waxes and wanes. No tale should be discarded. My research has been compromised. Let us have a storied battle worth retelling. I know I noted this somewhere. I have learned much from my ancestors.
Bring cold time to its share in my pain. Surely you can handle a little pain?
To the library.
Creeping, thieving progeny. I follow the tracks of the wise.